Please, man, everybody's just playing. Oh, cell phone with this. Consumer drones, y'all consumer drones, man. In the window? You, man.
So are we gonna see Kim Kardashian?
Oh, telephone. It's like that train. I got reason to believe there's drugs on this bus. You stay right here. I got my canines coming after you. Hey, right there.
What about Jay-Z?
What about Bieber?
Can we see Tom Cruise's
We're
house?
gonna see where Daniel Craig bathroom stop.
Yo, dog, we're gonna see Nicki Minaj's house.
Sorry.
Can you turn the air off?
Support entrepreneurship, man.
Hey, get off the bus.
Look at all the phonies here.
My friend said you're an actor. Are you an actor?
Kind
What
of.
have they seen you in?
Probably nothing.
He said nothing.
Look
I
at that.
told you he's
the man
nobody.
won't do a job like
Are we
that.
gonna see Russell Brand's house? We see Robbie Benson's house.
What about Simon Pegg?
Hey, dog, go to this website. You can get all my music for free. Minaj's house now, huh?
Are we gonna see Beyonce's home?
My friend wants to know how old you are.
48.
Never mind.
By the way, you're parking on a red right now. You can't do that. You're gonna get a ticket for that, on top of the canine inspection.
It's interesting that these predictions are not predictions. They tell you what to do. They don't say what's going to happen. They're not just designed to be so vague that it can apply to anybody.
I took a lot of time on my own. I lost all of my mind when I'm out. Life was on decline on the sun.
Your limitations are self-inflicted.
I took a lot of time on my own. I lost all of my mind.
You must incorporate daily rituals into your life if you are to develop a mindset to help you find your purpose.
How'd you get in here?
It is not important.
Who are you?
It does not matter.
Look, I don't know who you are, but you're getting out of here.
Must you be ruled always with a technology? Comfort breeds mediocrity. Turn it to gold. The water. Turn it to gold. Do it. Go ahead. Do it. You see, an energy boost. You have broken the cycle of monotony. You are making strides.
Look at yous. You all look like a bunch of bumps on logs. I'm gonna get right to it. The parking tickets are gotta stop. It's putting this company underground, and it took me decades to build it up to where it is. And another thing, the complaints, one after the other. Milo, on every tour, you tell the guests how corrupt Hollywood is, and how pretentious all the actors and actresses are.
So what?
You're here to promote Hollywood, the glitz and the glamour. What are you doing? Gunther, another complaint. Stop talking about baseball. You got it? Tanner, you're going on and on about how L.A. is nothing like New York is.
That's right. People are broken in New York too, but at least they're honest.
Why? Why? Why?
What?
I got complaints you're smoking on the bus again.
So what?
And you're talking about your rock and roll instead of telling them what they want to hear about. Oh, Christ. Play it again. Wouldn't you know it?
At least he lowers the bar for the rest of us.
Where was I? Oh, yeah. I learned something.
Are you crazy? You can't sit there. That's Tila's seat. She's a dying breed, she is. There's no more warrior princesses around. He's sorry, Tila.
My father
Go on. Sit somewhere else.
Okay.
worked hard his whole life.
Don't worry, Tila. I'm here for you. I'll always be here for you.
They built houses. Duncan, if you spent half as much time fixing these buses as you did in the gym building your body, we'd have a working fleet.
Working on buses don't have the same payoff as working on my guns.
You'll be with Jeff today, working on the emergency exit. And I don't want you talking to the guests.
Good morning,
You
Mr.
understand me?
Father.
Trevor Bentley, what are you doing here?
Please. It has been a long time. I hope there are no hard feelings from the past. You know I had to do what I had to do as any businessman in my position would have done. But let us have bygones be bygones. I know the tour business is hard for any small company in America. The bus is in shambles, I see. The permits I noticed on your buses have recently expired, and the parking tickets are affecting us as they are you. Now, knowing that you are filled to the brim with pride, I don't want you to have to file for bankruptcy. It would be devastating for your ego. So I am offering you a solution to get out of it. I will pay for this company at a very reasonable price.
Not interested.
Anyone here has potential to get part-time work with reaching for the stars because you have Class B license and you have been trained.
They don't want to work for you. They want to work with someone with integrity.
Think about it.
Get off the bus.
Please, consider. That's all I am asking. Good day to you all. Good luck. Auf Wiedersehen.
Don't you listen to that guy. Don't you take any offers from that guy. He's bad news is what he is. He's all about gossip and sex and scandal. And he's got no moral bones in his body. He goes against everything this company stands for. And it stands for something special. Now go on. Go to work. Give the best tours you've ever given today.
condos here are all probably between $1 million and $2 million.
This guy here, he's been giving tours for over 20 years. He knows what he's talking about, he does.
Good Lord, 20 years.
I'd rather listen to you. Monica, along Ocean, the street we're going to be driving on, that's where all the seafood restaurants are. There's tons of seafood.
Rather boring, if you ask me.
Got a nice smile there.
Oh, stop it.
Just realized something. You can get a good workout here.
So strong.
Keep it in tip-top shape so I can fix these buses over and over again.
He did not just sweat on your face.
I don't mind at all.
There's a great shopping strip, too, which we'll drive by. I'll show you that.
Right over there. That's Muscle Beach it is.
You don't say.
It's where Arnold Schwarzenegger did his iron pumping back in the 1970s.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
He was Mr. Olympia several times. I don't know if you knew that or not. He started out building walls out of stone right here in Venice.
Did you guys notice a lot of the graffiti art around here? Yeah.
I remember first time I ever saw Commando. Changed my life, it did. He took on an army. He was raising that girl. Had a wife, he was. It's hard to find a good girl these days. All sleeping around they are. There's not a lot of trust in the world. You have trustworthy eyes, you do. Very beautiful as well.
I can cut you a deal on a private training session. Tighten up that backside of yours in just a few days.
There it is. We're all safe.
Just got me a new client, and she's got a lot of money.
You're gonna need it
For what?
to pay for this here ticket.
For what?
For parking and parking. Looks to me here like your guests are all going to the beach.
I'll move.
Too late. Got yourself a ticket. Don't let me catch you doing this again.
You better run. I'll move. What are you doing caving into him? You gotta man up. You'll never get girls when you're walking around like a pansy man.
How much time did you say we had? 40 minutes. Can you recommend something for lunch? Oh, Firehouse on Main. Ooh, that sounds hot. It kinda does, huh? Well, I'll see ya. See you too. Bye.
Are you crazy? She practically threw herself at you.
You think?
I know what your problem is.
What?
Low T levels.
Low T levels?
When's the last time you kissed a girl? That's what I thought. That's why your tours are as bad as your love life.
Excuse me?
You need to hurl more weights. Work out. Get the mojo back. You're in luck. Muscle Beach is just down the road. Not to mention that beautiful Southern Belle. Come on, let's go.
I can't park here.
What are you talking about? You already got the ticket. You're in the clear.
Good point.
Let's hurl some weights.
Okay.
You have upper body strength of little girl. Oh, he's good for you. Everything worth fighting for in life is just out of your comfort zone. You see there, he lives in his comfort zone. Therefore, he is ruled by fear.
I'm going crazy. The ocean can be so peaceful, yet so unpredictable. Yeah. What's the most unpredictable thing you've ever done? Nothing. Oh, come on. I bet there's something. I did a spoken word once. What's that? It's when you stand up in front of a group of people and tell a story, and they all judge you. Sounds terrifying. Show me. Show you? Tonight. Here's my number.
I'm walking Jessica home from school, junior high school, and her friends organized it. They said that Jessica had a huge crush on me, and all I had to do was ask her to go with me, and it was a done deal. We get to the front of her house, and of course I suddenly know what it feels like to be a middle-aged woman with hot flashes. And the time was there she is. I couldn't say it. I talked about everything but how Mr. Brown's science class was going that day, what we were having for dinner, Saturday morning cartoons. And it was too late because her mom pulls in the driveway. But she had her wits about her, which was good. She slipped me her phone number from her trapper keeper. And I had that sense of relief for a moment. It was like I got away, but then I'm home and I gotta call her. Okay, and this is when the only phone in the house was on the kitchen wall, where my mom was 99.9% of her life. So I got a cord 8 feet long. It's all in earshot of my mom, but I was determined to ask Jessica those words. So I get right to the personal, ask her favorite pizza, pepperoni, mine too. All right. Favorite cereal was Lucky Charms, mine too. She was a cheerleader. I had low self-worth. It was perfect. And then, bam, will you go with me? I said it, click, hung up the phone so I couldn't put my foot in my mouth. My mom says, where are you going? She didn't get it. So there's a moral of this story. Get out of your own head and don't live in fear.
You were really good.
Yeah?
Yes. I wish my boyfriend had the gumption that you did to go up there.
Where's he?
Working, as he always is.
He's never been on vacation with me before. Come on, let's get out of here.
How'd you sleep?
I didn't.
Look, sorry. You have a boyfriend.
Oh, please. My Uber's here. Don't get up.
First order of business. The parking tickets. They keep coming in. What do I gotta do? Ay, ay, ay. Get a load of this guy. Don't let me catch you picking up his habits. Christ. 20 years. Where was it? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Tila.
Hi. It's all right. Tila will sit on my lap.
Maybe it
Thanks.
inspired. I was walking down the street. and I came across a $10 bill. I asked myself,
So how'd it go last night?
do you mind? I'm talking about important stuff here.
Whatever.
Now, where was I? Oh, yeah.
So why the long face?
She's got a boyfriend.
You see, a wire princess would never sneak around behind her man's back. Even the Southern belles have lost their way.
So how about the Brit?
She's like all my clients. She wanted to lose the most amount of weight with the least amount of work.
What did you
There
do?
was
I
no
told her it don't work like that.
Duncan. You want to share it with the rest of us?
I sure do. Women today, they're more concerned about their body image, what others think of them. There's no more wire princesses in the world today. Save for Tila. I'll never leave you, Tila. You're one of a kind.
Are you through?
Aye.
Where the hell was I?
Is he ever going to have a point?
Oh, yeah. I could walk around the whole city and ask people, hey, is this your $10 bill? Well, I can use it. And I did. I walked another block, and there it was. The marquee for Tucker. That's right. Tucker. It's about a man who started from scratch, built an empire of cars. Without Tucker, we wouldn't have no cars. He's an inspiration, and that set me off on a path that led me here today. So look for something to inspire you every day. Am I getting through to you?
I want to hang myself.
By the way, artists talk about pretentious artists. I've never seen a piece of your art.
My art is not for simple minds.
You're walking on thin ice, kid.
It's true. This place thinks that art is about looking beautiful and appealing to the most people and box office sales. It is a disgrace, and I will not refrain from telling it like I see it.
You're probably not even a real artist.
I hate this job.
Milo, you're fired.
Good.
Get off the bus.
Fine.
Go on. Get out of here. Now the rest of you, get out there and give the greatest tours you've ever given in your life. Go on.
You have been with Futterman 20 years.
18.
I would like to offer you, only you, a full-time position with Reaching for the Stars.
Not interested.
Think of the stability, the medical insurance. And I have tried and true method that will guarantee tips you have not yet seen. Think about it.
Silver Lake is an artist community, so you got hipsters coming from all over trying to get their big break.
Dude, nobody cares.
A handful of them are real artists, but most of them are guys and girls who are running around with ironic t-shirts, handlebar mustaches, the guys, and get their frappuccinos every morning. Hey, stranger. Need a lift? Come on, hop in.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's that for?
That's a ticket. You can't park here.
I was picking up my colleague.
I don't care if you're a president of the United States. You can't park here.
Ridiculous.
I need to see green cards of everyone on this bus.
They're tourists. They got passports, not green cards.
Don't get smart.
That is insane.
I need you and your friend here to step off of the bus. I got business.
Fine.
Is this dude for real?
So why don't you share your art?
It is not ready.
Is art ever ready?
It had better be, if you have something meaningful to say. Unlike so many sellouts in Hollywood.
What are you trying to say?
If it were best expressed in words, I would not be spending so much time on my art. Have you ever shared your art? No. Maybe once.
All right, you can go about your business, but follow the rules from now on.
Did you do that?
Yes,
That's really good.
it is not done.
How long does it take to do something like that?
3 months. Years. Perfection is the disease. Action is the cure.
What? Nothing. Hey, have you heard of a place called Speakeasy?
Yes, it is a room full of wannabes, giving each other false praise to make them feel like real artists.
False or not, it felt good to get up there. I'm going again tonight. You should come.
Thank you.
But no, your art's never going to be perfect. You got to take action, or you're diseased.
I'm pulling up to the girl's place. She walks out. Guys, you can relate to this. Seeing the girl all dressed up for you, greatest feeling. I mean, we get to the restaurant, and I should have told her that the pipes are really hot when she gets off. Burn this skin off her bronze legs. Yeah, talk about an awkward first date. So I go in the bathroom, get some cold water. I'll park the bike. I park the bike, come back. She said, restrooms are for employees only. That's Subway's rule, you know? And so I feel terrible. So I say, order anything on the menu. And to my horror, she does. A foot-long side of chips, Coke, cookie. I'm thinking in my head, I'm gonna have to work extra shifts, get some more tips. I realize I'm standing up here giving you guys the art of frustration. But that's it, guys.
Give it up for Jeff Virkus, the Subway Sandwich Romantic Comedy.
Oh my God, you're so adorable. You're so cute and funny too. I don't care what they say. Oh my gosh, you have beautiful eyes. I didn't even notice your eyes. Is it true? Did she really burn herself? Oh my God, I feel so bad. I think we have a chemistry. Do you feel it? I feel an energy. That doesn't happen every day. I'm usually not this forward. I'm a little drunk. I'll sleep on the first date, but that's only because if I don't, some other slut will. The social media. Girls are just like flaunting their butt cheeks and showing their breasts and puckering their lips. I don't even like
You
it.
attract
It's the way
what you
it
are.
is. Once I sleep with you, though, I would be totally into monogamy because this kind of connection doesn't come around every day, you know? Like, ever.
A
Like,
weak
in my
man
last relationship,
attracts
I don't
needy
even feel
women.
this. Like, is everything okay? Oh my gosh, is something on my face? I'm so embarrassed. Oh my gosh. I gotta confess, too. I was codependent in my last
Must
relationship.
become the
I'm not
energy
codependent
you
anymore.
want to
Is that what I
attract.
think I am? Like, what?
Go ahead.
Like, you should know. I totally won't try to change you. I don't get cold at night. You can have the remote control. You can leave the seat up. I don't even care. I like dancing, or I can sit home and watch a movie. I'm flexible. I like a lot of different things. Oh my God, you like drinking water? That's adorable. I should probably drink some more water.
You, Jeff?
Yeah?
You need to sign this.
What is it?
Looks like a summons to appear in court.
Why?
Creditors filed a collection lawsuit against you. Unpaid credit card debt. You've had several notices.
Fine. What we do before we sleep impacts the following day.
Real food does not have ingredients. Real food is ingredients. You see, processed ingredients. There is no time like the present to switch to real food. Perhaps a trip to the market is in order.
It was the 1990s, and we were in recession.
Christ.
Do I smell smoke? Wyatt, put out the cigarette.
What are you talking about?
I told you 1,000 times. Don't give me that look.
I'm tired. I had a long night, all right?
Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. I was standing in line at a food shelter. I was a broken man. I didn't see this part of the story in Tucker. I looked up, and there it was. Reach for the stars. Tour bus. And it was filled with people. And I thought, who's ever driving that bus must be making a fortune.
This is stupid.
So I flipped through the yellow pages, and I showed up at Reach for the Stars Tour Company. They didn't have any availability for a tour driver, so I started out cleaning the buses. Every day, I cleaned the whole fleet, and they finally had an opening for a mechanic. And then I learned to fix the buses. And I fixed them up real good. I changed the oil, made sure everything was okay so people can have safe tours. And then, lo and behold, one of the tour drivers got hit by a bus. The irony of it. But they had an instant opening. So I invested all my free time in learning everything I could about this great city of Los Angeles. El Pueblo?
What the hell are you drinking? You should try it. You could use a few pounds, you could. Instead of nibbling on that girly food like you always do.
But that's beside the point. I know about LA.
This ain't for girls.
Official name in Spanish.
Morals. Shall we always be surrounded by them, Tila?
My first day, I had a full bus. I took him down Sunset Boulevard, Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. Downtown, I told him about the history of Los Angeles, the Spanish who established LA in 1781. I took him to Griffith Park. I took him on Mohawk. I took him to the Farmers Market, Santa Monica, Venice Beach, Malibu. I enlightened each one of them about this great city of Los Angeles, and they fired me. Because I didn't give them what they wanted to know. I didn't tell them about all the gossip, the tabloid stories, the fantasy world that so many people are living in. And quite frankly, I think you're living in it too. And you, Gunto, you gotta stop asking your guests for the tips.
I don't do that.
And no more off-colored remarks about other people's races.
They're lying.
And Jeff here is gonna retrain you.
I'm not a trainer.
You are now.
Why don't you train him? You know more about the city.
Because you're my MVTG, my most valuable tour guide. Besides, you've been here 20 years.
18, and it's been on and off.
Whatever. Just ride along and observe. And then tell him what he's doing wrong.
Look, I don't have time.
Make time, or I'll start charging you for all these tickets you've been racking up.
Do I get paid extra for this?
You get paid to keep your job. How about that?
Okay.
Good. Now the both of you, get out there and give the greatest tour you've ever given in your lives.
I don't know if you guys recognize this, but years ago, they kicked off a bunch of immigrants to build a stadium right up here. What that means is you got Chavez Ravine right there to the left. That's where the Dodgers play ball. I could have played ball if things went a little differently. That's a story for another time. Right now, I'm going to drop you guys off, let you get a few photographs of a historic ballpark. That's right. Enjoy. Oh, the Irish girl. They don't know nothing about baseball over there, do they? All they know about is Bono and Darby O'Gill and the Little People and Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms, she's cute. Oh, the Polish fella.
It's actually Norway.
I don't know if your timetables are the same over there, but be back here in 20 minutes. That's 10 plus 10, 20. Be back here. Don't be late.
I'll be back on time.
He'll be late. Come on.
Let's go. I need some air.
Think I should tap that?
Tap what?
The Irish chick.
You think she was interested?
You see how she was looking at me? You want some?
No, thanks.
You one of them hell seeds?
You mean nuts?
Huh?
Never mind.
Look, I could have been playing here.
At Dodger Stadium?
Hell, all the big league parks.
What happened?
Nothing. Just my ma killed my pa right in the middle of my prime.
She what?
Don't want to talk about it.
I understand.
I could have faced it, but instead I ran. About as far from Oklahoma as I could. All the way to Los Angeles. Hitchhiked the whole way. Did anyone pick me up? No. By the time I got here, I was broken and beaten. I was digging through garbage cans. No job, no place to live. Till I met Futterman. He gave me a job driving tours. Been doing that ever since, and I'm sick of it. I'm thinking about trying out again. I've been going to the cages.
You should.
I might.
Hey, look. I know this is lame, but Futterman wants us to stay on the designated path. We're not even supposed to stop at Dodger Stadium.
This is America's pastime right here.
Yeah, but Futterman's pretty particular.
Yeah, well, I don't like his route.
And I notice you talk a little fast.
Well, hell, I've been hyperactive, always been.
You should probably slow down. The tourists have a lot to take in.
Doctor said it was part of my ADD.
Maybe it's the food you eat.
Food I eat?
Yeah, all that sugar can make you hyperactive and ADD.
It ain't the sugar. I'm gonna pee. Mediocrity is like straw. It makes you suck.
What?
A true leader is not seduced by acceptance.
What do you mean?
You must lean into your purpose.
But I don't even know what my purpose...
You know.
No, I don't.
You gotta be kidding me.
Hey, no black buses legally parked at Dodger Blue Country. You got that?
What's that mean? He's right.
Don't pretend the Bobby Thompson Homer never happened. Put my grandfather in the hospital.
It's gonna put us out of a job.
Get out of here before I give you another ticket for back-talking me and playing dumb.
Come on. Don't matter none. Hope you all got a nice slice of Americana back there. And I'd tell you more about Dodger Stadium, but I can't talk about baseball no more.
Just don't overdo it.
Oh yeah, and if you're enjoying some sweet treats back there, live it up while you can, 'cause it's killing you. Come on. At least my tours don't suck.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Probably hit a baseball further than you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to find out? Fine. You're on.
You ever think about ironing your shirt?
I ain't got no iron because I can't afford one with these crappy tips. I'll show you. 20 years. Probably suck at baseball. Ain't that about what you said?
Is that what you're going to do with the rest of your life? Dominate the 60-mile-per-hour fastball?
Man, I'm about to grab one of them baseball bats and shove it up your poop hole.
You said you had no purpose. Why don't you find one?
Why don't you?
I'm trying.
What, by being a tour guide evaluator?
No. I'll show you.
I got my first Harley 10 years ago. I remember my first date on the Hog. Felt like a knight in shining armor pulling up to the driveway. There's nothing like that feeling when a girl comes out and she's all dolled up for you. The makeup, the manicure, the pedicure, the body wax. It's all smoke and mirrors. I realize the feeling I want is a fairy tale, you know? You wake up to a woman, and she's got no makeup, no artificial scents. You look into her eyes, and you see her soul. It's vulnerable, unguarded, because she's gotten over all her baggage. She believes she's enough, but I'm not going to get a woman like that because I haven't gotten to that point. Still living with baggage from my childhood. You know, that limited mindset you get when you're a kid and you can't talk to girls. You're a mediocre athlete. Only book I ever read was a comic book. One of these days, I'll face the fear, you know, get out of this comfort zone and start living my edge. Thanks, guys.
Jeff Virkus, everybody. Give it up for him.
I don't know which way to go. Wish I had courage to run.
This is for you. You got something for me? I'll get it to you on Monday. Tips are usually good on the weekends. Thank you. Mama probably never spanked you.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm at my wit's end. More complaints.
So what happened to you last night?
Tickets keep coming.
Shoot, I wasn't gonna let no one know I came with you.
Work ethic is.
Ranting like a little girl up there.
Sacrifice
Embarrassed.
my life. I came out here in the 90s with nothing.
By the way, you suck more talking in front of people than you do at hitting a baseball. Can't do nothing.
I left my beloved back in the homeland. She wanted to start a family. And I told her, sweet pea, I can't start a family if I ain't got no purpose. I said, come with me. And she didn't. And the night before I left, she says, give me the gap. And I didn't want to. But I gave her the gap. And I left her behind as I came out here. The
Good
ultimate
morning again,
sacrifice.
Fatima.
I don't want to hear nothing you have to say.
I want
Get
to
off
sweeten
the
the
bus.
deal. I will not take your time. I just want to say I will also pay your parking tickets. Each and every one. Because I know how hard it is to run small business. And I want to make this as painless as
Don't
possible.
you go try stealing my employees.
Please. That's all I have to say. And one more thing. After 1 year of employment, if you are hired, I will give you the possibility of full-time position with benefits, medical insurance, and the best tour guide of the month will get free flat-screen TV. Consider it if you will.
Not interested.
Goodbye, Futterman. For now.
One more thing. Where the hell's Wyatt? Where the hell is Wyatt? Where the hell are my tour guides? We can't afford to cancel any tours. Get out there and give your tours. Give the greatest tours you've ever given. And if you see Wyatt, tell him to come to me. Better yet, tell him to get to his bus and attend to the guests. Go. Go.
The most iconic building on the strip is definitely the Whiskey. That's on the left. Guns N' Roses got started there. Motley Crue. Goldie Hawn was
I've been there.
Did you ever meet Stevie Nicks?
Yeah.
Really?
I almost performed there. Twice.
You're in a band?
You almost performed at the Whiskey?
I almost performed at the Roxy. Hell, I almost even performed at the Rainbow.
Really?
And when the House of Blues was still here, I almost performed there. There used to be a place called the Key Club. Almost performed there.
Can I have your autograph? So I can say I knew you in?
Yeah, I'm performing tonight. You should come see me.
We'll be there. Let's go.
$10.
This is Sunset Plaza right here. It's nicely lined with the flowers. You see all these eateries here on the right?
He's boring me to tears.
Hey, can you turn the volume on the mic down a little bit? We're trying to have a conversation here.
Casting directors and talent agents. So
Anyway, where was I?
Did you ever meet Axl Rose? What was Ozzy like?
You know, I once met Ozzy Osbourne.
You're joking?
I shook his hand. And to honor him, I got a tattoo of Ozzy.
Really?
You want to know where it is?
Yes.
I'll show you.
I've always wanted a tattoo.
Go ahead. Touch it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Doing a great job
I want to touch it too.
bringing his version.
That's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Did it hurt when you did it? You're so brave. It feels soft.
I bet he'll be in the mix for
Uh-oh. He's getting pulled over. You know why he stopped you?
No.
Oh. Playing dumb guy. You made a right turn on red back there. It's legal in California. Is that a fact? Yes. You think that can hold up in the traffic court with one of these? That's right. I'm watching you. Fine. Now go on, get out of here. Hey, relax. Company pays. Besides, we just got free parking on the strip. Have the people sightsee. I'll buy you a drink. Come on. So what do you do?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? This is Hollywood. What are you, an actor? A writer? Director?
I was mostly acting, but I wasn't booking anything, so I write now. I love to direct. Ideally, my own stuff.
What are you drinking?
I don't drink.
Do you ride bulls?
What? No.
Well, I do. Watch this.
Your identity is your most valued possession. You cannot protect it if you do not know what it is.
Put that bowl in its place.
I know I couldn't have stayed up that long.
Yeah, not many can. You should come see me sing tonight.
Yeah, I got nothing going on.
I figured. $10.
You'll find out who you are. Find out as you go.
Preparing food for yourself is loving yourself.
That was awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty much awesome at everything I do. You should see me do stand-up comedy. You do stand-up too? Come on. The night's young. Let's get you out of your corner.
I remember I was walking home with Leslie, beautiful Leslie. Big bright smile, the sun glistening off those braces. And my friends had set it up. They told me she liked me a lot. And then if I asked her to go with me, she'd say yes.
So I cut the small talk and went right for the personal stuff. I said, "What's your favorite pizza?" She said, "Pepperoni." And mine too. Cereal? Lucky Charms. Mine too. And she was a cheerleader. I had low self-worth too. We were perfect.
How do you on the stage like that?
Just born with a little extra charisma.
Where'd you get the last joke?
I got writers.
Yeah, well, your writer's got it.
Focus, lest your life becomes a blur.
What's the matter?
Nothing. What do you focus on most?
What?
I mean, comedy? Bull riding? Rock and roll?
I don't know.
What are you most passionate about?
That's easy. Rock and roll.
Then that's what you should focus on.
Yeah, if I wasn't so bad at writing lyrics.
All these dreams I don't pursue, 'cause I'm too scared to follow through with my heart.
You look like you're all asleep. Come on. Wake up. Reach for the Stars is trying to beat us into submission. But I will never give up. That means no more parking tickets. It's costing us a fortune. And each of you is bringing this company down with your self-indulgence, always talking about yourselves, and put out that cigarette.
I ain't smoking.
Put it out. Tanner, I got your latest complaint. Says you're always bashing the younger generation.
You never did your time on the front line. I was in them schools. There was a time where I could connect with at least some of the kids. Now it's nothing. They're flatlining because they're owned by those damn things in their hands. The phones.
He ain't lying.
They got no more empathy, no more social skills. They're like zombies. That's why I bash the kids, and I ain't gonna stop until they get fixed.
Are you through? Where was I? Oh yeah. Jeff, the microphone ain't working on your bus. Tanner, you're gonna go with Jeff. You do the talking, Jeff does the driving.
What, so we gotta split the tips?
Yeah, you're gonna split the tips.
I don't think that's fair.
I can't help you. You take half, or you don't do the tour, and you don't get nothing.
This is Griffith Park right here. It's 4 times larger than Central Park in New York.
Oh my God, Kevin just texted
Now the
me.
Griffith
Oh my God, they're here.
is a gift from Griffith J. Griffith. Made his fortune up in Northern California. That's right, investing in gold.
Oh my God, no way. Josie is going out with Alex. Alex?
And
Oh
he
my
did.
God.
But they didn't build it
So pretty.
until after he
They
was
were
long
so
dead.
adorable.
Because they had the reservations.
God.
He shot his wife in the face.
I like your hair like that. I like it short. It looks good.
I hope you two are enjoying the conversation while I'm talking about all the sights outside.
Oh my God, he's like such a loser. I like Alex.
You want to put down that cell phone right now? Now I gotta stop what I'm saying and I gotta address this issue.
Whatever.
That's it. Park right here. Stop right here. Stop right here. All right. Off the bus.
Oh my God.
Griffith is up there. We usually drive up to it, but you're walking there now. Now go. We'll meet right back here. 20 minutes. Don't be late.
Aw, he's so angry.
I'm so sure. Fun tour.
I'm sorry. Those guys drive me nuts.
That guy had a gun. Are you crazy? Where are you going? That's the guy from the fire department. He gave me a ticket for parking next to a fire hydrant.
Yeah, and he's border patrol, and he's security, and he's police department. He's the reason we're going under.
You gonna slow down?
the hell's wrong with you? Now where you going?
Takes one tree to make a million matches. You only need one match to burn a million trees. What are you doing? What's it look like I'm doing? No. I mean, you've been doing this for 20 years, 18, whatever. As long as I've known you, you don't say nothing, you give mediocre tours, and you're always late. Why don't you do something else? Why don't you go back to teaching instead of going on these tirades to these guests? I've tried going back to that broken system. Every week it's the same at them faculty meetings. Teachers complaining about their pay. Students ain't got no discipline. State testing is dysfunctional. As long as you keep them kids strapped to desks 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, you're gonna have to sedate the creative ones so that the drones can continue getting straight A's and running this world. Why not venture off on your own? What do you want me to do? Stand on a street corner and start teaching? Bring your teaching to the tours. Instead of bringing your bitterness towards teaching, bring that sense of wonder. That sense of wonder. I've seen that passion in your eyes. You just need to find your niche. What about you? What's your gift? I don't know. We gotta go back to the guests.
You know, I could turn those ones and quarters into tens and twenties every time. You have very valuable commodity, you do. Very personable young man. You are only lacking one thing. For lack of better term, your tours are boring. I have the solution. Follow my script, and all your guests will be melting in your fingertips. Think about it. I only give you this offer, not the other guides. They have no future. Neither, I'm afraid, does Futterman. Think about it, as I know you will. I will see you tomorrow. I have tour position open for you. Only you. Here is the guide. Look it over. We will work together, I'm sure.
A lifestyle change begins with a vision and a single step.
Welcome to Reach for the Stars. You made a good decision, as I knew you would.
Hopefully.
You are within reach of a color screen TV, big and wide, and stability with medical insurance. You are a rule follower, which is very good for this company. Follow the script, and you will be just fine. Take it from here. You can do it.
I'll do my best.
You are a natural. I will leave you to it. The $20 bills are coming soon.
All right. Hi. Hi. Everything's in your reach. Hi there. Welcome to Reach for the Stars. Everyone buckled up?
Ready to reach for the stars? I'm gonna show you all the glitz and glamour that is Los Angeles.
All right.
This is where everybody's hopes and dreams come true.
Magnificent.
I'm gonna show you Hollywood, the Sign, Rodeo Drive.
Are we going to see where the Kardashians live?
Yep.
What about Beyonce?
Yes, ma'am.
Do we get to see the home of Sylvester Stallone?
Yes, sir.
What about Keanu's house?
Of course.
Right on.
Let's get going. Yesterday on the tour, Kim Kardashian was seen right there. Guys, the most expensive place in all of Los Angeles is right there. He's a men's clothing designer. If you ever want to shop there, you have to have an appointment. Get your cameras ready, because you never know when you're going to see a celebrity on Rodeo Drive.
Really?
Splendid. Rad, man.
This is for you. Thank you. Thanks. Dude, bro, you deserve this. Thank you. My pleasure. You're welcome. Okay, no problem.
Hey, I hope you know, that was reckless driving. That's a ticket.
Ow! What's your problem? Why do you keep doing this? The TV.
A TV?
The TV. I did it for the TV. He paid me a lot of money.
Who's paying you?
The guy who dressed real good.
What guy?
On Hollywood Boulevard. He paid me to give you guys tickets. Just trying to make a few bucks.
Good morning. I wish it wasn't with a heavy heart that I come to speak with you now. But as it is, Futterman is down with a serious heart condition. He has agreed to sell the company to me, and therefore I will offer you all an opportunity to get an interview for a position, and I will consider you very highly. The open-top buses, stability, medical insurance, and a 46-inch screen TV. Please, it behooves you to think about...
You're a disgrace.
Holding on to anger is like drinking poison expecting the other to die.
Save it.
And you. Look at all of you. Bunch of white males in America. You got every advantage, and you're pissing it away. We're all pissing it away. And this guy ain't gonna bail you out. He's a fraud. He's the one responsible for all these parking tickets. You rotting away on your junk food, spending your life in the batting cages thinking about what could have been. Why, you got all the talent in the world and you're wasting it. Drinking booze, chasing women. Focus! And Tanner popping pills, complaining about schools. Maybe it's the teachers that are broken.
And you, so wrapped up in yourself, you don't even realize you have a gift to help people. Here I've been for the last 18 years, afraid to take risks, living in my comfort zone, too wrapped up in myself to realize that it's about serving others. Let's stop sleepwalking through life, gentlemen. We've all got gifts. Let's share them with the world. What do you guys say? You with me?
Let's do this.
Yes, Tanner. That way, Wyatt. Duncan, Gunthor, come on.
You know, when I said change, I meant...
I know.
You are on the way. And it is a pleasure to behold.
Thank you.
Yeah, when I was middle school, I asked out Jessica. Was the first girl I ever got the courage to ask out, only because I knew she would say yes, because all her friends told me that. But I ended up breaking up with her because I didn't know how to talk to her. I was insecure, low self-esteem, and carried that around. So instead of facing my problems, I withdrew into my bedroom and played video games and escaped into comic books. And then eventually the comic books turned into movies and then the damn cell phone. If ever I experienced anxiety and wanted to connect with someone or go out on a limb, it's easier to look down at the cell phone and look at the social media likes, text messages, sports scores, celebrity gossip. I lost my cell phone the other week and I was too damn broke to get a new one. So all of a sudden, after about a few days, I realized I actually have conscious thoughts. And I can develop original thoughts too. I'd forgotten about that. I'd forgotten the feeling of taking a risk and standing on stage and talking to people. I remember when I was a kid doing it for the first time. Yeah, a lot of people were laughing at me, but there's a few every now and then that laugh with you and you connect with. And that's why I was doing it. That's why I'm up here now, trying to work through shit. It'll take time. But I'm willing to put in the time and keep going out on a limb. And one of these days I'll make a living being a storyteller, but in the meantime, I gotta give 100% to being a goddamn tour guide. But I'll be the best goddamn tour guide I can be, because that's my way out to doing what I really want to do. You know what? I'm going to give the rest of my time up to Milo. Milo's got a story to tell. Come on up, Milo. Thanks for listening, guys. There was this girl. She was my manic pixie dream girl. Our eyes met from across Echo Park. And I was working on my art. She approached and said, "May I see your art?" I said, "No, it is not ready." She insisted, and I could not resist her smile, so I showed her, and she laughed. And for 20 years, I have not shown my art to anybody. But today, I share it with you. I share it with the world, because I no longer feel judgment.
Your expression may be just what the next person needs to leap to the next part of their life. The only tragedy is artists who do not release the creative spirit.
We've been through a lot, Taylor. You got me through some tough times. But now it's time for me to move on. You'll always be in my heart, Tila.
Welcome to Hollywood, folks, where people from all over the globe come here to sift through all the tabloids, sex scandals, billboards to find their voice. Some people do, some people don't. I, for one, did. I'm Gunthor. I came out here after my ma killed my pa. That's right, I know now she didn't mean to do it. It was out of love. She smothered him with cupcakes, candy, his favorite chocolate chip cookies. Hell, she offed my grandfather, my Aunt Petunia, my Uncle Riles. She messed up our taste buds by getting us addicted to sugars. I got a new concept. Hear me out. Every yard in America, a garden with fresh vegetables. Get people back on the proper diet of real natural food. Hell, you walk out to your car on the way to work, grab a carrot. Going to school, grab a tomato. I see it. Do you see it? Hell, it's my dream. What's your dream? This is Hollywood. Let's talk dreams. We got a tour to do. What I got here is I got soap, food coloring, and hydrogen peroxide. Now this is potassium iodide. I'm going to use this as a catalyst to break apart the hydrogen atoms from the oxygen atoms. You guys ready to see what happens?
No.
Let's do this. You see that?
How did you do that?
I recognize that scent of wonder anyway. Let's talk, kid.
I've always had a hell of a time writing my own lyrics, but I've been working on it. Yeah, I was driving by the Viper Room the other day on the Strip. You know, I was thinking, it just hit me, man.
She pulled me down, chewed me up, spit me out. She was a hyper viper. What
do you think, guys? Huh? Yeah. This is just freewheeling here. The Laugh Factory, you know.
I got the factory blues. The factory blues. Sing it with me. Every day I wear the same shoes. I work for the man. I live in a van.
And I got the factory blues. The factory. You feeling me? The blues, man. Rock and roll. That's my time.
Look at you. For the first time in 20 years, you're on time.
18.
Actually, it's 19. I saw it in the paperwork when I was laid up in the hospital. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, you're finally having some direction in your life. It's about time.
I don't know about direction.
It's never gonna be black and white, kid. Cut and dry. A man's direction is determined when he starts searching for meaning in his life. It took me years to find that out. I had a purpose, but there was no meaning behind the purpose. You gotta find your gifts and use them to give back to the community. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. You're fired. That's right, kid. You got gifts that ain't gonna be fully realized in the two of us. You gotta get out there in the world and make things happen. Now don't worry. If you get in the dire straits, you're always welcome back here. But you can't rely on it. You gotta push yourself to your edge. If you push yourself so much and you're about to fall off and you need a lifeline, I'll be here. But don't rely on it, alright?
Yeah.
Now go out and take on the world. I'm gonna get me some coffee.
Well, you know I have my demons that sometimes try to keep me up all night. When I'm falling to the darkness, you are always there to cast your light. And I know that I'm not perfect, but then again, who is? I just promise I will do the best I can.